Hi everyone, so today we're going to do this card, which is a 5x7 version of the double Faux Stepper card. Now I did a 6x6 version of this card and I showed you it in one of my craft tool videos that I did. So I thought I'd do a 5x7 and mix it up a little bit, because on the 6x6 it only had 2 struts and on this one I've done it with 3. The papers that I've used on here are my new Cherry Blossom digital kit, which is available over on my Etsy shop, so make sure to check in it'll all be linked in the description below. But yeah, so this is the card, and you've got plenty of space on the back to write, so you've got space there to write. I haven't put a sentiment on yet because I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, but yeah, and it folds down flat like that, and it will fit in an envelope for a 5x7 card. So there we go, let's get into it. Okay, so for this card you're going to need one main piece of base card that's 7x12, and what we're going to do on this is we're going to score it at 1 inches, at 2 inches, at 4 inches, 6 inches and at 9 inches. Okay, so that's your card scored. You're also going to need one piece that is 3 inches by 10, and you're just going to score this halfway at 5 inches, and then you need 2 pieces that are 1.5 by 8, and these are going to be scored halfway at 4 inches. If you want to, you can change the widths of these. If you want to make the one in the middle, make them all even, or you want to make the one in the middle a bit bigger, you can really do what you want to do. But that's all of our scoring done. So now those last 2 that we just did, we're just going to fold in half and burnish, and the same with the big one in the middle, so the 3x10. We can do the same with that one, just fold it up and burnish it, so you end up with 3 little like tent fold pieces. Then if you bring your big piece back in again, we'll start with the smallest one first. You're just going to go mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain. Doesn't matter which end you start from, that's what you're going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead now and just fold and burnish all of these lines. So that's your large piece, that's what it should look like. And these are your smaller pieces. So first of all, we just need to decorate the front 3 pieces. So for this very back piece here, so you're going to need 2 pieces of mat that are 2 3/4 by 6 3/4, and 2 pieces of pattern that are 2.5 by 6.5. One's going to go there, one's going to go on the back, and then you need a piece here that is 1 3/4 by 6 3/4, and the pattern is 1.5 by 6.5, and the piece that goes on the front, the mat, is 3/4 by 6 3/4, and the pattern is 1/2 inch by 6.5. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these pieces down. So there's your base card, and obviously if you want to, you can change your patterns up. I think on one that I did, I had different patterns for the front, the middle and the back, and I've had ones where I've done the front and the back as one pattern and the middle one as a different pattern. So obviously do what you want to do, but for this one I decided to go all the same because the next 3 pieces are going to be slightly different. So that is that done. So what we want to do now is, if you take a ruler and a pencil, and you don't have to do this, you can do it by eye, but I just prefer to do this so I know definitely, it's going to end up central. I'm just going to come in from the left and make a little mark at 2 inches, and come in from the right and make a little mark at 5 inches. And then I know that when I stick this piece, so this piece is going to go behind here like that, so I can then see that the side here lines up with the 5 inch and the side there lines up with the 2 inch, and then this will come down and it will stick under there like that, but it just helps to know where I'm sticking it. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go ahead and stick this down behind here. So we just need to make sure when you stick it, you really do need to make sure that this piece, because it's going to go into that little folded bit there, and you just need to make sure that that is nice and lined up with that middle, with that fold. If you line it up with the back here, can you see there's a bit of a gap there? If I line it up with that gap, then what's going to happen is at the front it's going to be too big and baggy. So you do need to line it up with this front piece. So I've got that in, it's tucked in, it's snug into the crease. Pretty sure that's straight. Yep. So now I'm just going to flip this open like that. Just going to make a little mark on here so I know where my glue is going to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this back section. If you're using tape, then I would just, obviously just be very careful with what you're doing. You can kind of reposition it, it's not a problem. If you want to stick the front bit first, you can. I just find it easier to do it this way. So I'm going to take that again, line that up, tuck it in with the crease, and then line it up with my 2 marks. And when I'm happy, I'm going to put the whole lot down, stick it down like that. So then that is in position. That's nice and straight, I think. Looks a little bit off, but no, I think it's okay. It will do. So there we go. So that's that one. It's slightly off. Now with using glue, I can correct that. So that's always a good thing. So there we go. So that lines up nicely there. Now I'm not going to stick this front bit down just yet because I want to put these in. So these are going to go. And if you can see, I've got just a little bit of a gap either side. So you want to make sure that gap is kind of even. So I'd say about there, like that. And on this one, we're going to stick, again, the back piece first. So again, I'm just going to make a little mark on my piece there so I can see where it needs to be. I can hold that into position this time because I'm only flicking the front away. And then we're going to go ahead and add some glue into there like that, and then bring this down on the top, making sure that's still in that crease and it's still nice and central, so like that. And again, if you want to, you can bring it right over to that edge. I quite like the fact it's not right on the edge, but if you want to, you can bring it right over the edge. So that's there, and then we're going to repeat the same thing over here. So again, I'm just going to get that in so it's about right. Make a little mark. Again, if you wanted to just have 2 instead of 3 and have a larger piece on one side, and then, just a bit like we did with the 6x6 version, you can do that. You really can mix it up. This is just a kind of a suggestion of how to do it, really. You can really do whatever you want with sizes. So we're then going to push this down like that, make sure that's kind of lined. It's slightly further over on this side, but it's all right. It's not enough to worry about. So we go ahead and stick that down. And then what we want to do is bring, well, this one's going to have to be first because it's going to stick in here. So this is going to come in here like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a little mark on here instead of on the back of the flat bit, and that whole section there needs glue or tape, whatever you're using. So, and also, again, if you want to not put pattern all the way across and you only want to pattern up the bit that you can see, like these 2 bits, you can do that as well. I just found it easier to do it as one big strip, but obviously it's up to you. If you want to just do a little square there, you can. So that is that one there. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So we're just going to bring this down and make a little mark just slightly in so that then you don't see it when you stick it down. And then we are going to again put this glue on here and stick that down like that. If you want to as well, you can decorate these pieces before you stick them into position. I find it easier to stick them down, after, to put the pattern on after, because then I can see where it needs to go, and I just find it a bit easier. If you're using printed paper, just be careful because Yoo-hoo glue will take the laser printed ink off. So I've got a bit of a smudge there, but it's fine. It's not too bad. Just need to not put quite so much on. And then we do the same here. Got a nice mark on my finger now, which is always helpful. So there we go. That's that bit. This does come over slightly, but it doesn't bother me too much. If it bothers you, you can always trim it off. Right, so you should end up with that. So then we just need to go ahead and decorate. So on this piece here, you're going to need one piece of mat. In fact, you're going to need two pieces because you need one for the front, one for the back. So these are 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And on top of that, you need one piece of pattern that's 2.5 by 4.5, and one piece of white, if you're not using a white mat, that is 2.5 by 4.5, which is what's going to go on the back. So that's going to go there, and then this is the other piece, and that's going to go on the back. And then here you need two pieces of mat that are 1 1/4 by 3 3/4, and two pieces of pattern that are 1 inch by 3.5, and they're going to go on the front there. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick all this down. Right, so that's it with its panels on. Obviously you need to stamp a greeting. And then what I did was, out of one of the pattern pieces, I just fussy cut out some of the flowers. And I thought I could just go ahead and just kind of add a little, do a little bit of flower on the front here. They are quite big, so I might just stick with one of them and just have like, I don't know. I might just stick with the one actually, just have one there like that. I can use those on a different project. And then just add some glossy accents onto the stamen on there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just going to curl these edges slightly just to give it a bit more dimension. And then I'm going to stick that down. And there you have the finished card. Now obviously it just needs a greeting on it. I'm not quite sure. I feel like it's going to be a get well soon card, but I'm not sure. It might be a birthday card. So I'm just going to leave the greeting off for now till I know what it's going to be. But yeah, so there you go. So just make sure you go and check out my Etsy shop. That's where these papers are from. It's the Cherry Blossom Pack. And yeah, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Go and check out the 6x6 version that I did in the live stream. I will try and link it if I can up here in the top corner. But yeah, go and check that out. And I will see you all soon. Bye everyone. Bye.